got the final release for the Captain's event in Hockey Ultimate Team with our last 4 Master Set players. We've also got 12 new Captain cards coming in at 85 overall, representing a various number of teams. So let's break down all of the sets, objectives, and the new content for this week. Let's start off with your 4 final Master Set players from the Captain's event. We've got Doan of the Arizona Coyotes, Steven Stamkos from the Lightning, Dennis Potvin from the Islanders, and Barnaby Joe from the Colorado Avalanche. Let's start off by taking a look at those Master Set players. We've got the 88 Doan, 6'1", 223 power forward, is a pure right-handed winger with checking boost or defensive boost. He's got Gold-Born Leader like they all do, no contest, and close quarters. So none of the big highlight abilities are on Doan. He's got 88 speed, 88 acceleration, 95 balance with synergies activated. However, the power forward synergy is pretty tough to activate unless you are actively trying to get that, like you're hammering home, putting 6 power forward cards in your lineup. But regardless of synergies, he's got good body checking as well as defensive awareness. This is more of just like a center build on a winger. He doesn't have any of the flashy abilities. I do like the mix with no contest. We don't talk about it enough, but I think it does have some play in Hockey Ultimate Team. It will help you win some of those contested puck battles. But all in all, this is one of the lower tier Master Set players from this event. However, great choice though. Like, I actually thoroughly like that this pick was done for the Coyotes. Dennis Potvin's up next from the New York Islanders, 6'2", 205 with offensive defenseman as well as speed boost and accelerator boost. These are now becoming a little bit more easy to activate with the team builders coming out with multiple customizable synergies. Without the skating synergies activated, however, he does have 91 speed and acceleration, only 85 endurance, and his shot is kind of ho-hum in the high 80s, low 90s. Deking's only 85, body checking's only 85, his defensive awareness is up at 93, and his stick checking is at 90. Gold-Born Leader again, which does have some play for defensemen because it will activate when you are hammering people with this card, which is big. Thunderclap, I will have a YouTube short out on Thunderclap in just a little bit. I think it does have some usefulness, but with the way total controls have been, I don't know, but you guys let me know in the comment section down below. But half the time I pull back for a slap shot, my guy doesn't pull back, and I end up just firing a weak wrister. Let me know if you guys are experiencing that as well. And then Silver Wheels, which are just not going to activate on a card with 91 speed at this point. So again, unless you are a fan of the New York Islanders or Dennis Potvin, there's just a lot of other choices at left-handed defenseman that I would rather have. Joe Sakic is up next. The 88 overall, 5'11", 195 left-handed centerman. He's got sniper forward and shooting boost. I've mentioned this a number of times. I actually really like this combo because it jacks up the shooting stats quite a bit. You get +4 to accuracy, +3 to power. He also has defensive boost, however, which will raise his face-off rating all the way up to 99, which obviously is very important. 93 speed and acceleration, 91 agility, and 90 endurance is very strong. Only 86 balance, however. Andy is smaller with no unstoppable force, so he is going to get knocked off the puck quite easily. His hand stats are all great above 90. Body checking is at 73. So in all honesty, you've got a winger build centerman and a center build winger in this drop. Again, no problem with the actual choices for captains, as this is the captain event, however, as Joe Sakic was one of the better captains in the last 50 years. Gold-Born Leader, silver elite edges and make it snappy, I think makes it really fun. This is like a left-handed version of Connor Bedard's card from the Next Gen event. He's got basically a maxed wrist shot, and if you've been using his Power Up Icon card, you've noticed that his shot is actually really strong. And finally, we've got the 88 Steven Stamkos, another great selection for this event in terms of the player choice for Master Set players. We've got sniper forward and shooting boost as well as playmaking boost. You definitely want to go shooting boost here, as it does raise his slap shot power and accuracy up to almost max. His wrist shot accuracy and power stays in at 94, 93 speed, acceleration, 90 agility, 88 balance, and hand stats that are all above 90 as well. Body checking is only 83, and he is only listed at 6 foot, which I believe in prior games it was higher, but I remember that at the beginning of this year, NHL.com updated, and I believe that they just synced it all together, and I don't know, that a lot of players changed. Only 85 on faceoffs. If you are someone who is good on the faceoff dot, you can get away with 85 on the draw, but more than likely you're going to want to play him on the wing because of that skating. Does have Schneip and Silver 1T, which are decent shooting abilities, but like the other cards, nothing that screams must make. Now, speaking of must make, this is going to be a question I'm going to get a lot in the comments. So from the captain Captain's event, there is now a third week of objectives, which I'll go over in just a little bit, that will give you free Captain collectibles. And if you haven't been able to grind out the game a ton, you're probably slowly but surely getting to the point where you can make a Master Set player with all of the collectibles. That being said, no one from this event is really someone that I would deem a must make. I will have a full ranking video out like I did last week where I ranked the 8 that were available, but just a quick overlook. It is going to be dependent on your team. Always make players that you like. I'm a man of my word. I made Jerome McGinley, one of my favorite players. I also made Mark Messier because I was frustrated at the lack of center, 2 weeks ago. And in my opinion, Mark Messier is still one of the best centermen in the game because of his build. So if there's absolutely a player you want to put on your team, real quick, team context not included, Mark Messier would be the safest one. But what I want to draw your attention to is that the Captain collectibles can be used to make the 82 overall cards that you will then turn into the 85s, and then that is what you cash in for the Master Set player. Now, what you can do is make as many 85 overall cards as you can, which will land you around 75 to 80 Captain collectibles if you do everything, which would get you about 785 overall cards. Again, you can just do this pack over and over again and take the cards and save it for fodder for the Team of the Year event that is upcoming shortly. I would recommend anyone do this if you are a free-to-play player and you are not in a situation where you really want one of these Captain Master Set players. So I just wanted to keep that in mind for anyone that is getting close and has a lot of the Captain collectibles saved up. Speaking of those objectives, the Captain's Week 3 objective list is much shorter than the other ones, but they are much easier to complete. By scoring 15 goals with any player in Rivals, Hut Champs, or Squad Battles, you will get an 84 Danny Briere. 30 hits with any player will get you a Captain collectible, which you can then use to make an 82 overall if you don't already have any. Take shots with any Captain player item. 35 will net you 3 more Captain's collectibles. 40 deeks, you can do the deek method that I showed you with the power-up icon in my YouTube shorts. It'll take you literally 30 seconds. That'll net you another 3. 32 goals with any Captain player will net you 4 more. And then at the end, you will get another 5, totaling 16, which again will get you an 85 overall player from that random pack, as well as some left over. We've got a Week 3 reward path for Hut Rush, which is eerily similar to all of the other ones. At Tier 5, at 100,000, you'll get an 82 overall Chris Clark. At Tier 7, at 165,000 points, you'll get a Captain's collectible, as well as at 250,000. 350 will get you another one, a premium pack at 405, an 84 overall Oli Jokinen at 600, 825 will get you 2 more collectibles, an elite pack at 910, and 2 more Captain collectibles at 1,000,000. Now, we did also get a massive release of 85 overall Captain cards, including the free Advent Calendar 85 overall Connor Garland. This is following up last week's 84 overall Morgan Frost, so it looks like they're just giving us an extra player that is +1 overall. So I would probably guess that our free card at Christmas time is more than likely going to be an 88. I'm not sure, though. This Connor Garland card, however, though, is actually quite usable. 5'10", 165. Very small, but he's got sniper forward, born leader, 93 speed, 92 acceleration and agility, mid to high 80 shooting, hand stats, also in the low 90s. So for anyone that is, struggling to put together a team, or maybe you just started, this is actually a quite usable card. Again, you can get this in the store by just opening up the free pack. On to the other 85 overall Captain releases. We've got the 85 Jamie Langenbrunner, 6'1", 205 with 2-way forward, 88 speed, 86 acceleration, 78 endurance, and a low shooting stat. This is probably best left to anyone that is just a fan of the New Jersey Devils. Randy Carlyle from the Pittsburgh Penguins, the 85 overall left-handed defenseman, 5'10", 200 with 2-way defenseman, 86 speed and acceleration, but a decent defensive awareness stat, as well as stick checking at 92 with 2-way defenseman activated, and body checking at 88. Again, most of these cards are going to be only use if you are a fan of the player or team. We've got Nick Foligno from the Chicago Blackhawks, a 2-way forward build, 84 speed, acceleration, 89 balance. Again, another kind of defensive forward, but he actually does get 84 faceoffs with 2-way forward activated. Oliver Ekman-Larsson gets one for the Coyotes, 2-way defenseman, 87 speed, acceleration, and agility. This is a sneaky, decent card to use if you are not trying to break the bank finding a left shot defenseman. Keith Primo from the Philadelphia Flyers, 6'5", 220, 84 speed, 82 acceleration, and 80 agility. If you can use skaters with that low of skating online, you're a better player than I. Kyle Okposo from the Buffalo Sabres with power forward. Again, same kind of situation, 85 speed and excel. Just very tough to use at this stage of the game, so purely a theme team card. Adam Lowry from the Winnipeg Jets at 6'6", 208. Only 80 faceoffs, but with two-way forward activated, you get 83. It's just very hard to activate that one. Only 85 speed and excel. Does have 88 balance, though, and he is massive, so there is that. Jared Spurgeon of the Minnesota Wild, smaller at 5'9", 166 with two-way defenseman. Always has decent skating, though, and that can't be overlooked. Like, if, again, you are newer to the game and you're trying to find cheap defensemen, he's not terrible for you. Anders Lee from the New York Islanders at 6'3", 235, power forward and born leader. Again, just an all-around heavier build as a winger. Always going to be tough to use online. My man Logan Couture, 6'1", 206 with playmaking forward, born leader. Does have 88 speed, excel, and can get up to 89 agility with playmaking forward activated. Only 80 on the draws, but again, for newer players or free-to-play players that are just trying to fill out their bottom six, not a terrible card, especially because Logan Couture hasn't been able to play a game yet, so for fans waiting for one of his cards like myself, this'll do. Dave Anderchuk from the Tampa Bay Lightning, power forward, and again, just a really slow skater, especially one that you're going to have to play on the wing. He is 6'4", 225, though. And finally, Gabriel Landeskog, 6'1", 215, with power forward, 85 speed, 86 acceleration, mid-80s shooting. I really wish we would get a Gabriel Landeskog that has decent skating at some point throughout Hockey Ultimate Team. We also got 4 more moments for the Master Set players, where you can receive a few more captains collectibles, gold players packs, and a couple thousand coins. That'll do it for today's video. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below, and I will see you guys next time with a full ranking of the Captain's Master Set event. Have a good one.